As content creation has evolved, creators demand smaller system tools that still can deliver pro-quality results. Well, enter our next guest. He is the CEO and co-founder of a company called Swiss Rig. Cortlan McManus. Am I saying that right?
Yes.
I'm so used to butchering people's names that are, foreign names to me all around the world, and I'll get ready to apologize, but I got this one right.
You sure did.
Oh,
yes.
good. Thank you. Well, welcome into tomorrow, and you are here at IFA, like a lot of people are, which is great. Tech is back to network and show people your products. Tell me first a little bit about the company Swiss Rig. What is it about?
So Swiss Rig was developed, or we started it to make products that would allow people to create more stories in more places. We're in Switzerland, and we work with some of the best engineers around the world because our products are quite very, very specialized.
Yes. And when you say very specialized, give us an idea, including some goodies that you're showing. I want to remind the listening audience to visit us at intotomorrow.com. Check out all the videos here at IFA, but especially with Cortlan, because you want to see what he's about to show us. Because I had no idea until he sat down all that this device can do.
Right.
So tell me about the device. BRESSON, is that what it's called?
It's called the BRESSON, yes. It's the Mark 93, which means we've had
lights that go out occasionally,
yes.
and that happens. It's all about batteries and whatnot. So
yes.
in the middle of interviews, lights pop out, but Chris is right there at the ready with yet another battery, and we go back to Cortlan, and look, he's lit up again.
Oh, right.
It's as if by magic. Anyway.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is 3 years of development, and this is we've had 92 prototypes. This is the 92nd, as a matter of fact.
Wow.
We've launched this here at IFA at Showstoppers the other day. And we are now accepting waitlist reservations for our early adopters that will ship end of this year, and for mass production Q1 2023.
Okay,
so
and who are your customers then?
Well, this is really designed for people, professionals, people who either aspire or make some or all of their income from the content they create. So it could be journalists, it could be filmmakers, documentarians, content creators or influencers, musicians, podcasters. People who use audio and video, and today are
like us,
like you.
Go figure.
Yeah. Yeah. I started as a filmmaker, so in New York City.
Of all places.
Of all places.
So you have some obvious great background in the audio arts and visual arts.
Yes.
So you know and can appreciate what's behind it all, and again, then what people need. But since you started, I'm sure, that's when this plethora now, the last many years, of all these influencers, I say with air quotes, some are, most aren't, but the fact is, you know what they need.
Yes.
So this device brings them more flexibility?
Right. So from a filmmaker, then I started managing content teams at advertising agencies, so very large ones, and worked with influencers, and I saw this evolution of the tools they used. So this concept actually came up 6 years ago, this idea I need a tool, and others do as well, at a Formula One Grand Prix, where we were a team of 40 running around shooting content and publishing very fast to social platforms. But we were doing it in a very low level, right? Because you're using a phone, and phones are designed to talk to mom. They're not designed to create content. There's 4 advantages with the phone. I call them 4K mobile cameras. That, of course, is always with you. You never leave home without it. Yeah. It has a 4K camera. You can shoot, edit, and upload on the same device, so you save a lot of time. You don't have to go to a computer and edit, which you'll probably do with this video.
Of course, it's
yes.
what we do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the broadcast side of things.
Yes.
Yeah, they don't typically use the phone, regardless. Although the phone quality is far superior sometimes than other things. But yeah.
And and also because half of humanity has a smartphone, you blend in, even if you're a professional.
Yeah.
And I've shot documentaries in several countries and have been stopped. And you need permits, and you need security guards, and you need teams to do things.
Yeah. If nothing else, because your gear looks too professional.
Yes.
And we had that very problem in Tiananmen Square.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And because we brought out a broadcast camera just to do a simple, we're bringing you into tomorrow from China, that sort of thing. Just a little quick promo, as we call it in the biz.
Yeah.
And we had surrounded by the police in China in multiple vans jumping out, 20, 30 guys. Whoa, hey, we cover consumer tech.
Yeah.
You know, we're not reporting on what happened here years ago in the front of the tank, although I didn't say that. But that was the thought.
Yeah.
And that was the problem.
Yeah.
Is that, we use broadcast cameras, and they didn't want that.
Right.
It's like, who are you and what are you doing? And
Yes.
oh my gosh. So you get away with stuff when you're shooting with a phone because everybody does.
Yes.
So again, you found that need to do something better and provide better tools.
Yeah, so those are the advantages. There's a lot of key disadvantages, right? Of course, audio, as anybody knows, is awful on a 4K mobile camera.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Yeah,
They have omnidirectional mics, and they would record everything in this room. 2, the battery's so audio is a problem. The battery runs quite low because your screen's always on, and when you're recording, it even uses more juice. 3 is the stability, right? So you get the shaky video. And 4 is you're always having to touch the screen which means you're distracted from actually recording and capturing the story in front of you or with your ears.
And let me add a 5th for you. You don't have all the lights that we have.
Yes.
You know, on cameras and aside and big, various flood type lights and everything else. Because again, quality, and you want to have the best picture. The camera is going to do what the camera is going to do.
Yes.
And it's limited, yeah.
So we built and designed this.
Gotcha. That's the BRESSON.
That's the BRESSON.
Okay.
Shall we look at it?
I think we shall, because before we run out of time.
Oh my gosh, we better do that fast. So let's talk about those 4 different things. So if your camera, for the advantages, always goes in your other pockets, right? This should go in your other pockets, right?
Okay.
Inside of this, we have a caddy, which you can take out.
And looks like a little microphone.
It's a
inside
custom
of
microphone.
the caddy. Oh, okay.
It's the world's smallest small diaphragm condenser mic that can record the full frequency range that humans can hear, which is 20 to 20,000 kilohertz.
Right.
We have 3 different capsules, right? So you can unscrew this. So we have, right, and you can replace this with others. So we can have directional, very, very directional. This is the hypercardioid.
Chris is trying to follow your directions, so try not to go all over the place.
Okay.
But no, I like the fact that it's very tiny and certainly does the job.
Yes.
Okay, and that fits into the BRESSON device, and it looks like audio connectors, I'm assuming, coming out of there.
Yes. This is our custom cable.
Oh my gosh, check this out. You got to see this video, folks, intotomorrow.com, and you'll see what's going on. Yeah.
Now, how are you going to attach this to the BRESSON? Well, inside of
Super
our
glue? No.
caddy, we have a shock mount, right? Custom made for this.
Oh, jeez.
And then you can just attach the mic, right?
Yeah.
So that's part of the audio, but you need to be able to record that. So if we open this door, Chris, are we good?
We're good. I'm watching the monitor. He's got you.
Let's take off this, and we have 2 professional audio inputs.
Oh, yes. Check it out.
It's the first time ever that you're able to record pro audio onto an iPhone. These have phantom power.
Or an Android.
Or an Android.
I mean, I'm not an iPhoney, but the rest of my staff is, it seems. But yeah, either a smartphone. We'll just say a smartphone.
Well, unfortunately, this today only works on an iOS device.
Well, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yes. Good, Dave.
Touche.
Yeah. And I'll explain why in a second.
And Chris is laughing because I'm always calling him an iPhoney, and he goes, "Aha! Yet another thing that only works on my phone."
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Chris is
Yeah,
he's
got
good.
it.
So we have phantom power, which means we can power this condenser mic.
Right.
Or lots of pros already have their own mics. This is a Sheps, right, which is 1,800 euros. It has an XLR cable, which is actually bigger than our microphone.
Yeah.
But you can connect any pro audio into this, including your amplifier. Let's say you're a guitarista and you're working on your flamenco. You can, record that in here. You can do dual wireless receivers, so you can be laved, I can be laved. Mm-hmm. And
that means that we're talking all these broadcast type terms, but lavalier, one that one would either clip on or put around their neck. Just for those who aren't sure, what do you mean you can be laved?
Yes.
Like a lavatory? No. A lavalier microphone. Yes. Okay.
And this says
that's how I get to be the bumbling host. I jump in and I try to say, well, wait, what does that mean?
Thank you for that, Dave.
It's my pleasure.
This has 40 dB of analog gain because we have a mic preamp in here. So that's, so it's not digital. So that's great. Yeah. That's audio. What about the power? So this unscrews.
What about the power?
Yeah. This is a removable rechargeable battery inside, right? And this gives you half of the juice of a 13 Pro Max, which means you're going to last all day, right? And this is removable.
Another not Android thing yet, but I get you.
Yeah. And this device can power the mic. The battery can power the mic, the hardware accessories like an LED light, as well as the phone. But the phone can also power this as well.
Okay.
And for controls, to get rid of always having to tap and use like a real camera, like Chris is, we have a 5-axis joystick.
There's a joystick on this device,
yes.
too. Okay.
There's the joystick.
And 5-axis, you've got all kinds of control.
So you can zoom up, you can zoom down, you can swap, you can record, pause, and stop, of course. But we also have I don't know if you can see this, Chris, this is a multifunction button. Depending on how you press this, right?
And he's zoomed in tightly so you can see it's a separate button.
Yeah, it's like short. You can do a double short. You can do a long. You can do a double long. And with these 2 buttons, you can use our app without touching the screen. Yes.
Nice. You know, Chris is going to want to replace our $8,000 cameras with this and his iPhone. So, hey, I'm saving the company money.
Yeah, good.
Okay. And we won't look like journalists.
Yes.
Well, wait, that's not a bad thing.
And of course, we have the world's most powerful MagSafe. We believe it is. This was engineered to pass the Swiss backflip test, which, Dave, I'm sure you're familiar with.
Oh, sure. I backflip all the time. What is the Swiss backflip test?
That means you're holding this with a phone in place, and you are jumping on a trampoline, and you do a backflip, and you land, and the phone doesn't come off.
Yeah.
Right?
MagSafe is like the kind of thing that he uses in his car because the iPhones and later models are MagSafe. For charging and holding and whatnot. So
we use it for holding, you know, it's portrait landscape or portrait widescreen. And of course, for bigger phones like the 13 Pro Max, you can open this as well. It connects via Lightning, and there's also a USB-C port here to charge this battery, to charge the phone, or to interface with a computer if you want to record this audio straight to Pro Tools or Logic.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's available now, yes? No?
Our wait list is available.
Great.
And people are signing up. We have a special wait list for IFA. Early adopters, we will ship end of this year.
Okay.
Mass production Q1. We have not announced pricing yet, Dave.
Give me a ballpark. Folks that are listening and watching and thinking, I need this, you know, or I want to be an influencer and I want to shoot more video with my phone. What are they more or less maybe going to spend? Go ahead. I won't tell anyone.
Are you sure?
I won't tell anyone. Yeah.
Well, we've asked, the BBC has stopped by, the Swiss broadcasters have stopped by, content creators from Canada.
Yeah, but now you're on Into Tomorrow, so
yes.
we need to know.
Yes. So we've been asking them what is this value, right, that this creates? And people have been saying from $500 to $3,000 for this. Yes.
That they would be willing to spend.
That they would be willing to spend.
You're telling me it's going to be somewhere between $500 and $3,000.
I guess so. Is that a good enough range?
Yeah, I guess.
Just because, this is really designed for somebody who makes some or all of their living from, and they need a tool like this, and to be able to shoot professional quality with a phone so that the things that you mentioned don't happen.
Got you.
Yeah.
Well, I can see we're going to have you back on again, especially when they're actually available and when we know an actual price.
Yes.
So we'll stay in touch. Meantime, you want to check them out, too, at swissrig.ch. And you think, wait, Switzerland, CH? That's actually the domain for Switzerland.
That's correct.
Because it has to do with some old name, something or other, what it used to be.
Confederación, Helvetica.
Helvetica, which is a font.
It's a font.
Okay. So swissrig.ch will get you there when you visit intotomorrow.com. Cortlan McManus is the CEO and co-founder of Swiss Rig. Thanks for joining us here at IFA.
Thank you so much, Dave.
My pleasure. We're back with more as Into Tomorrow continues our 20th year covering IFA during our 27th year, bringing you intotomorrow.com. Don't forget to stop by. Meantime, stay tuned. There's much more to come right here on the Advanced Media Network.